guys, welcome back. Just a little video on this bush kettle that was found, that I found just recently at home. I said in social media over 20 years, but it's about 18, probably the last outback trip we did back in '02. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to firing it up again. It's had a lot of use, as you can see, and it's pretty basic. You just start a fire underneath and put the water in, job done. And I mean, it's really a little bit of rust here actually, but I can't find them online for sale. It's a Bushware is the brand. 4 cups. I mean, I found a couple of videos online probably from 8 years ago and they look pretty new. So that's look, I couldn't find them. I searched for a little while, I couldn't find anything, so doesn't mean they're not out there, but you know, great little thing. So anyway, there's tons of sticks and stuff around here. The only thing is that I didn't bring was any newspaper. That's how we always used to get it going. Just put a page of newspaper in the bottom, light it, and then just put your twigs in, you know. But what I've got today is I've got some natural type firelighters, which I actually cut into 4 with a thin knife. One would just be overkill for such a small task. Probably the only downside to that is it's a little bit of wind around, and you know, it's going to be hard. You sort of got to tilt this over and get your lighter onto it, or whatever you're using. You know, if it had a little cutout section somewhere, that'd be great, because then you wouldn't have to tilt it over. Well, that's my memories of it anyway. So let's give it a shot. Just next to a little water hole. Well, I say water hole, it's a dam. I'd say it would have been dug a hell of a long time ago before this was a reserve and the trees got so big. But anyway, that's where I'm going to put it, the fire, just there. Fill it up with some water. I did give it a wash out at home, you know. Not absolutely full, but it's only me, so that's enough. All I've got, just a firelighter, and like I say, these 4, the one firelighter cut into 4. They're locally made actually, from memory, in Bairnsdale. Yeah, but yeah, you can buy them. I'll get the name for them. Got some coffee, got a bit of milk in my esky there, and of course a travel cup. So now the business starts. Alright, we'll see how it goes, no guarantees. Got some twigs, some bark. I don't know if this fails. This will light, but whether all this stuff will catch, I don't know. Might have to do take 2 with some paper. Downwind, you're in the upwind. Okay, the firelighter's going, so let's just drop some of this stuff in there. And of course all the pieces I'm putting in are sort of binding up, so, but it's catching. Might put some small twigs in there. Oh, look at that. Beautiful, I'm happy. Looks like it's catching, so One of those videos had a guy tipping it upside down, putting the wood in first, but each to their own. I'd rather do it this way because then you've got to get the, we don't want that stuff in the water, do we? Oh geez, the mozzies are bad. Got to get used to that smell of, that's probably enough. Good little fire. You probably can't see the flame, but there's definitely flame coming out the top. Can you see the flame? That actually worked better than what I thought. Probably just as good as the paper, really. Oh, you can see that flame now. I'm happy. First take. That's all there is to it, folks. I'm happy. Hopefully the wind's not too bad. I'm just recording on the phone, which is, yeah, it is what it is. And if you watched the last video, you would know I'm in the same spot. I thought I may as well kill two birds with one stone. And just to touch on the camping, I'm pretty buoyant today. There's quite a few opportunities that, you know, back down yonder, when you get off this track, this is sort of the main track through the place. And you can see the wind's sort of coming to right of screen because of the flames and the smoke. I probably could have put a lot more in there to get it going quicker. Just for the effects of camera, I'll put a little bit more, a few more twigs in. It's actually got a sound to it too when you put your ear to it. Sort of like a kettle boiling, I guess, for lack of a better term. Oh yeah, that water is hot. You know, I might get some people come through here, but I could have done this way back in the sticks, you know, but I wanted to get it done today, so it's about, it'd have to be getting close to 4 o'clock local now. Oh, the smoke. I'm glad everybody is seeing fire and smoke on this channel for the first time. Yep, it's in my eyes. She's a boiling, guys. You can see smoke. There you go, you can see, I just want, hopefully you can hear that. See that water bubbling out, boiling out. Now I've got to get the coffee in the cup and some milk, and then we're right for the drive home. And you just simply grab it. I always just take it off the heat because it is only galvanised steel with soldering, so, and it still says on the side that don't boil it dry because the solder will probably melt. And that's what's left of our little fire, which I shall put out shortly. Coffee, definitely not camping size, but that's, I don't really have a container. Milk, just from home. In the esky, of course, most of all, the hot water. Here we go. Beautiful, look at that. cheers. It's as good as having a cold beer on a summer's afternoon. And I just pour the rest of the water over the fire. Obviously, if there's more of you, you're not going to have enough water, but we've got a water source to the right, so you can easily use that. But I've got tons of water there in the car, 25 litres or so. Now just let it cool down while I enjoy my fresh coffee. Well, it's not as good as percolated stuff, but you know, I'm not going to complain out here. Take two on this. I hope I'm in shot this time. Anyway, there we have it. We've got bush kettle, yep, now cooled, and hot coffee to go. It's about about 20 minutes to home from here. No, it's probably, no, it'll be half an hour actually, just thinking about it. Yeah, so that'll get me home, no worries. But I hope you've learned something. It'd be nice if you could buy those things, but like I said before, I don't think you can. Not that I could find anyway. Anyway, great little invention. We used it all the time on our outback trips, you know. How many times a day do you have coffee? I mean, if you're making high miles, like sometimes you do 1,000 k's a day if you're really pushing to get somewhere. So you'd stop for a quick coffee. I mean, that bush kettle is just as quick as any sort of gas and a lot easier in my opinion. You get used to it. So I'm really happy that I've got to use it today, and it still works. It hasn't rusted out or anything. You can probably tell if you've been watching the videos, I am a bit more buoyant today because there is places to camp in here and where I shouldn't be bothered. You know, very little traffic, you can tell by the tracks. And there's more places to explore. So I think this is one place that should be right, you know. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed today's little video on the bush kettle. Cheers. See you here.